Hey everybody, welcome to Open the Gates. It's the show where basically you, the viewer, gets to see the world of the guest that I have on. Today's guest we have is Simon SIM Pothier. Some of you guys know him, some of you don't. If you guys can, please say hello. And Sim, how you doing, man?
What's up, brother? If you don't know me, you're lying.
Right? I used to know him. I used to know him.
The artist formerly known as Simon, now known as Sim.
Finally known artist. Yeah, Sim. That's awesome, man. Well, shit, Sim. I mean, I've known you for a bit, but
I'm formerly known as Sim. Now people call me Sequential Illustration Master.
Ah, okay. You're gonna have to put that, acronym. That's pretty gangster, man.
I came up with that.
How did you do that?
I wasn't freaking like trying to register my business, and I'm like, "Can I put Sim?" And they go, "Yeah." They go, "Yeah." What does that mean? I'm like, "Simon." And they go, "No, it needs to mean something else." I go, "Sequential Illustration Master." She looked at me like, "Holy shit! You just came up with this shit."
You're like, put up.
Yeah,
real quick.
That's why the company was registered under Artist Sim.
That's cool, man. Well, shoot, man.
Coleman's like, I don't know you.
I don't know you. For some people that don't know who you are, I mean, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm a pencil pusher from Canada. I love to draw. Hello, my name is Simon, and I love to do drawings. Yeah, I'm a creator of WOLFDRAGON. People that know me from the CG area and indie comic crowdfunding. I started with crowdfunding with BLOODHUNT, which got funded, which was pretty much a hit. Made almost 20K Canadian.
Yeah, that's
which I'm pretty happy.
One of my favorite CG books. Definitely a favorite action CG book.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty different take on vampire story, if I do say so myself.
Oh yeah.
And right now I'm doing Tales from the NATVERSE, which was something I started a while back that I decided to bring back and not revamp, but kind of like tweak up a little bit and keep going. Like I didn't redo everything, but I kind of reworked the dialogues a little bit. And now I'm on number 2, and the number 2 went from 80 page to 112 page.
Wow, that's pretty substantial, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's like a whole extra comic, basically, dude.
Yep, and Tales from the NATVERSE 2 is 112 now.
I can't wait for that. I got the BLOODHUNT. I got Tales from the NATVERSE. I can't wait for that one. And I know you got a bunch of other stuff in the pipes.
Right now we're like not a little bit behind, but we were supposed to have everything ready and going to print in November. Well, everything's gonna get ready. We should have all the colors done by the end of November, getting the book together in December, getting to print December or January. So we're not gonna be that delayed. But like I said, there's like an entire freaking book that got added to it.
I can't
and
wait.
all the line work's almost done. I have 1 page to finish on the Blood Brother Part 2 went from 13 to 26 pages.
Ooh, sweet. Yeah, that's pretty epic, man.
I have 1 page to finish on that one, and I have the 4-page epilogue of Planet 69. So after that, I'm done. I just have to color Blood Brothers Part 2, wait for the colors to come in, work on dialogues, the lettering, and we're done.
That's awesome, man. I've seen some of the oh, sorry.
It's not that much delay, but you're getting a lot more stuff.
Yeah, man. You're a fucking machine, bro. So I always say Siminator because you're like a fucking Terminator, dude.
Yeah, that's why if you're on my Discord, I call my fans the Cimmerians.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's dope. I like that. I like that. What I was wondering, man. I kind of know, but I mean, can you tell me maybe about how some of your who some of your influences are? Yeah, as far as artists and writers go.
I fucking hate you. It's complicated because I got influences from everywhere, and if you read my shit, you see that it's like an amalgam of like American, French, and manga all in one.
It is.
And even if I switch up my style, like if you've seen the stuff I've been doing for Hellzone,
yeah,
like it's a different style, but you still recognize my style because of the cartoonish aspect to it, the animation aspect to it. But yeah, that's my influence come from like so much, dude, because I grew up like I was I love to draw, and I love to watch anime like Grandizer, Harlock, and that stuff. And that was before like the big influx of American comics. If you remember, like it was like I'm talking about 70s, 80s here.
Yeah,
So, and you know that the big cartoon years started in the 80s for you guys in the US, where all the big cartoon stuff. So I got initiated to like Grandizer, G-Force, and Harlock. That was my shit, dude. Then after that, I started knowing Turbo Kid, Turbo Teen, Turbo Kid, Turbo Teen. And if you don't know what that is, that was a guy that got cut in an experiment. Then if he got cold, he would turn. No, it was the other way around. If he got hot, he turned into a fucking Camaro, and if he got cold, he would turn back into human. And the fun fact is that was by Kirby.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
Yeah, Tundar the Barbarian was Jack Kirby after he left Marvel and worked in the animation. From what I heard, he worked on Brave Star as well. He worked on a whole bunch of series.
Yeah, it kind of looked like Brave Star a little bit. I remember we did that on Doodle and Chill one time. Yeah, man.
But my influence go from like I don't know. I would have to say one of my first big things would be Frazetta.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing the Death Dealer as a kid, and going, "Holy shit, this is what I wanted to do."
Yeah, me too.
Then I remember like I really got into comics. Like I was always a bit into comics with Spider-Man and X-Men back in the days with John Byrne and stuff like that. But what really, really, really got me into wanting to do comics is when Frank Miller, Dark Knight, and X-Men, Chris Claremont and Jim Lee, because they brought in a different aspect where it doesn't just have to be corny and cheesy. It can actually be like a movie.
Right.
Holy shit!
A little bit soapy too, but in a good way.
Yeah, but you make it like a movie or a TV show. Like it's not just like, hey, I'm this guy with this type of power, and then who's the bad guy of the day?
Right.
That got very generic pretty goddamn fast back in the days with Spider-Man and shit like that, because it was always the same thing. So, little thing that's happening today, and then that guy comes in, and then that happens, and we're done. And you're like, okay. Then you get the Dark Knight Return, where there's the world that breeds around it.
Right.
The characters around him actually have an effect on him and all that stuff. So, yeah, Frank Miller was a big influence. Chris Claremont, Jim Lee. I'm a huge fan of Mark Silvestri. And obviously the fucking Image years. I call myself an Image boy. I'm highly influenced by, Mobius, Kirby, Bisley, Jim Lee, Silvestri, Art Adams a lot. I love that guy's art.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Obviously, a little bit of John Byrne, which, British grew up in Canada. Tom McFarlane, I love his goddamn inks, and his books were good.
Right.
I don't know, like I said, like I have so many influences. Like I'm a big Philippe Druyère fan. If you don't know that guy, go check him out.
See the guy that did most of the work on Star Wars and stuff? Or a
lot of his art ended up in Star Wars, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Like he was asked to work for Lucas, and he refused because his wife died. He was really not in a good space. Yeah. But Lucas bought some of his art that included in there, as you saw him.
The Vader pieces.
But it's the same thing. Like, remember that Jodorowsky's Dune?
Yeah.
Thing? That documentary? It was either Mobius or Philippe Druyère. So if Mobius was saying no, it was Druyère. And if you don't know who Mobius and Druyère is,
it's the same guy, right?
It's half the people that created Metal Hurlant Heavy Metals. There's 4 people that the founders of Heavy Metal magazine. 2 of them, Mobius and Druyère.
Yeah.
And that was right off after they were done doing the canceled Dune thing. So Mobius guy with O'Bannon did one of my favorite stories called The Long Tomorrow that ended up being the inspiration for what they did in Aliens and Blade Runner.
He also wrote Return of the Living Dead, right?
And if you knew anything, Mad Max, like Miller has said it. Like Mad Max is inspired of a comic book by Philippe Druyère called La Nuit, the Night, and you can find it on Amazon in English. If you get the Night, it's Mad Max.
Oh wow! Yeah. He was looking at that when he was filming it. Was it George Miller?
Yeah, George Miller. Yeah, you said it himself. Like you said, the big influence behind it was the Night. Like, like the creator of Blade Runner says, like, highly influenced by The Long Tomorrow, the visuals, the city, everything. And like, get The Long Tomorrow. It's one of my favorite. I love Dan O'Bannon. If you don't know who Dan O'Bannon is, Aliens. That's all you need to know.
Right.
Aliens and Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, that's what I like him from.
He did Life
sequel.
Force, the movie Life Force, where the space vampires and shit like that. That's Dan O'Bannon. I love that shit. Like, dude, that guy's a great writer. Another one of my influence. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I hate you.
Well, I'm the same way, man. Like I'm a newbie, and but I got a lot of influence.
You want to know my influence?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fucking jealous, man.
See what I mean? It's like it's hard to go. Yeah, I'm gonna name all of them.
Right. I've got all day.
That's technically all my fucking inspiration.
That's so awesome, man. That's badass, dude. One thing I do like that you do, man,
and movies, and I have to say movies. A lot of anime and movies. I'm a big movie guy. Sorry.
Sequentials, man.
Yep.
I was gonna say, man, one thing that you did that's really fucking dope for fucking, I don't know how you want to say it, community network. You did your show Doodle and Chill, man. You did more fan art for a lot of this Comicsgate books and indie books.
I'm still the guy with the record. Yeah. Nobody beat me.
Nobody can beat you.
Dude, I did over hundreds of freaking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And you're still kicking. You're still doing that show. You know.
I'm still doing it, not as often as I used to, because before, dude, I was streaming like twice a day, every day of the goddamn week. You can understand that gets to you a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, just the staring at the screen is gonna fuck you up. You know.
It's like it's very good that I can do a marathon and win it, but doing a marathon every goddamn day.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of takes a toll on you. You know.
Yeah.
Especially for the high def stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's also keeping that inspiration all the time. You know.
Yeah, man. It's like when I work on something, now I got to do a couple pages of like a book I'm working on, but then I kind of want to break off and just draw something different, you know?
But you have to. That's what I do. That's how I keep productive.
You go back to the well, basically, and get some more water.
Right now, I'm doing like 2 weeks on Tales and NATVERSE, 2 weeks on Hellzone, 2 weeks on Tales and NATVERSE, 2 weeks on Hellzone. But, in 2 weeks of Hellzone, I can do 12 pages.
And for me, like I understand that now. When I first started getting into creating comics,
I
didn't understand why is this guy working on like a bunch of different books, you know? And now I know why. It's because you get fucking burnt out on doing the same thing.
Yeah, you have to. Otherwise, you spend so much time, hours in front of one piece and not doing nothing, or you're not getting that hand, or something's not working for some fucking reason. Then you go do something else. You come back and boom,
and there it is. And then sometimes your piece might, like for me, I'm still learning. Your piece might suffer from it because your head's not in the game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You got to go and you got to fucking pound out something, do a fan art piece or something, or a commission or just a doodle and come back and you're rejuvenated, man. You're ready to knock out another page,
Like an example, like, you're trying to do a panel and everything's static. You can't get it. And then you take a break, go smoke a cigarette, doodle a few things on a sketch pad, and then you come back. I got it. That's very important. Yeah.
And then pretty soon I'll realize too why people do the warm-up sketches. Do you do warm-up sketches before you work, or do you just go full? Like, I don't do that either.
I rarely do warm-ups. I do sometimes more to entertain myself.
Yeah.
Because, I wake up, I have to work. Like, that's how I am. Like, I can't even I'm lately, after three to 4 years like this, I'm having trouble not playing because I feel like I have to work all the time.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. And sometimes
I'm talking to somebody in my head. Yeah, sometimes I'm talking to somebody in a conversation and my head's going into an idea. Oh.
You're like, oh shit. You're like, oh yeah. By the way, what were you saying?
Yeah, can you repeat the last part, please? Dave knows it when I look at him. Can you repeat the last part? It goes, okay. Yeah, I had an idea. Yeah.
Hey, I was wondering, Sam. Another one you're gonna hate me. Who's your favorite metal band, bro?
That's a hard one.
Yeah, I always get people with that one.
Would have been Metallica.
I get that one a lot. They were good.
Then,
the first 2 hours.
Yeah, but Metallica. Then after that, it would be because I have to do it that way because it's kind of like been you have
to.
So Metallica, Five Finger Death Punch, Parkway Drive.
Dope.
Right now, I'm really into Parkway Drive. I love that fucking band. Five Finger Death Punch are the shit.
Yeah.
Like it's like the new age Metallica. Like it's like a bit more punkish metal. Like it's more
catchy,
metalcore.
heavy.
Yeah, I like Metallica's not what it used to.
No,
I still like listening to the old stuff.
Yeah, those first few albums are pretty cool, man. Like first 3.
But me, dude, I like Fuel and I like Load and Reload. Like I'm that type of fan. Like I don't care the fact that they can change style. I enjoyed it because they went more commercial. Fine. Was it good? Yes, it was.
Yeah, I don't hate on bands just because they go commercial. It's the music good. Do I like the music? Do I enjoy it?
Me, I thought that it was more when Newstead left and they got the new bases with the new direction, which was not good. Like I'm sorry, like
Saint Anger. Is that what the one was?
Saint Anger was like
that was the one I really didn't like.
I did not like. There's a song or two that was listenable
or alternative. But
then
the Black
they tried to
go. Cool, man.
Then they tried to go back to it with
Death Magnetic. I think
Death Magnetic.
Yeah.
Which that one's like half okay. Like you have more of an old feel to it there. You get some good ones in there, but half of it is good, half of it is meh.
I remember that one. I remember my old drummer.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, Metallica's finally, because that was his favorite band, you know. I remember, I remember that one.
Yeah, Death Magnetic was decent. Like it was a good one, but then after that, man, they pretty much felt like, you want to be Metallica? Learn from us. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But you know, Five Finger Death Punch, I love them to fucking like. I freaking love them. I don't know. There's a few songs I like from Wasp, but I would say Metallica, Five Finger Death Punch, Parkway Drive. If you don't know who Parkway Drive is, it's the theme. It's the song. It's the song I use from my Doodle and Chill show now.
Oh, okay. Those guys are from Australia, I think, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Okay. I think I've heard them. Pretty catchy.
Another band that's from Australia that's pretty fucking good. That's like a new AC/DC band. It's called Airborne.
Airborne.
And you used to see me share a lot of their songs before. They have Back from the Well, Back in the Game. They did a song where, oh dude, they're good. Like Airborne, check them out. It's like a more metal AC/DC.
Yeah, dude. AC/DC, like, you know that band I like, Amon Amarth. You've heard of them, that Viking metal band. Their new album, dude, they got a lot of AC/DC-esque like bangers. You know what I mean? Like you're like, what the fuck? This is AC/DC, bro. But Viking death metal. Like that's how it gets hard rock, you know. But it sounds good. Like every album, for me, they're kind of like the Maiden, but of like Viking metal. You know, like every album is good. You know, but it's a little different kind of. But they're fucking making good albums, dude. You know. When you put on an album, like when you hear some new band you like, do you fucking play that shit out or how do you do that? That's what I do, man.
I can listen to the same song 10 times, especially when I'm working.
Yeah, I like play shit out. Like as soon as I get a good song I like, or an album, or both, I'll fucking play it out until I'm sick of it.
Yeah,
that's like, just how I am.
There's two songs that I love to listen a lot. Parkway Drive. There's a song called Kronos.
Oh, dope. Okay.
Yeah. There's another one where it's The Greatest Fear, and the other one there's Destroyer. I love those goddamn songs. But check Parkway Drive. They have a whole bunch of freaking good songs.
Okay, I'll check them out.
It's they have metalcore and then they go a bit more softer, but it's pretty good. I love it. It's like a mix of metal and punk.
I liked Killswitch Engage back in the day.
That was good. Yeah,
I seen them live back when Howard Jones was singing, the black dude. Yeah, they're pretty fucking bad. Hey, dude. So you have what you have now. You don't have an active campaign right now on any crowdfunding sites, but what you do have is INKSLAYER. Can you want to talk about INKSLAYER Entertainment a little bit? And maybe we can jump into your site.
Yeah, you can share my screen.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I built myself a nice little Shopify store. The website is going to be built upon it eventually, but that requires money because I'm not a programmer. Right. And I like the idea of being able to protect my clients' information, not just running on anything. So that's why I choose Shopify. And as you can see, if you share my screen, I think I've done a nice job to our presentation.
All right, here we go.
You open up INKSLAYER Entertainment, tells you what we are. Here you have the little reward here, and so that's what we call the loyalty reward program. So you join into this, so it's kind of like a little mailing list, but it's also that every time you buy stuff on our product on our store, you gain INKSLAYER tokens. And after like 500, I think, or something like that, INKSLAYER tokens, you get like 5 or 10. You get $5 off.
Oh, that's dope.
One in a purchase. Yeah,
That's what more could people want? You know what I mean? Give me some money, you know, so I could buy more shit. I will say that you got some cool logo design. Like I love that skull that you got right there. Like I would buy a shirt. Yeah, I'd buy that on a black. Like you have the shirt I seen, I'd rock that. A lot of cool merch you have on here.
So here technically you have the home. Here you have the INKSLAYER, depending on each people with their store. But right now it's just me and Beacon that have some product there. You press on full catalog, and you have everything that we have there, including the books that were printed. You have we just put that live now. You have the Beacon 7 Legion shirt.
Dope. And
in the back you have that nice little logo.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I've noticed you put like 2 logos. I'm a big fan of like something on the front and something on the back if possible, you know. So it's just to add that little bit more to a t-shirt, you know what I mean?
Here you have the beanie that I like to wear a lot.
Yeah,
that's what I got. Yeah. And there's the INKSLAYER shirt.
That's the one. I'd rock that.
And in the back you have the regular, and in the back you have the 3D one.
That's dope.
You have mouse pad. You have this one here that I thought was fun.
Oh, yeah.
You have the chest hair rendering.
Chest hair.
And it's rendered cool, like the cartoon, like the comic. And in the back you have this.
Oh yeah, like the back patch on his biker jacket, right? Or logo.
Yep.
It's cool, man.
This is the new one I made. Now I still have to order one. Yeah, not the mark in the back.
Oh, cool, man. I'm liking everything I see here. I would
totally that's the one I have right now on. And in the back you have this.
Yeah, I like that. I like the colors.
With Sim on the
on
sleeve.
The shoulder, huh?
Yeah, multiple colors. Obviously, that's the one I took.
Yeah, that's a cool
as you can
color.
see.
Yeah, that's dope, dude.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, it looked nice, dude. It's a cool blue color too, you know.
I love teal.
Yeah.
Why do you think Nat's arm is teal? I made myself some mugs. You have the small mugs, the big mugs.
I like the big mugs. Yeah, those are my favorite.
Thought that came pretty nice. That, you know, as you're drinking, you're shooting somebody.
Or taking a big shot.
And you have the books. And you
got
have the baseball cap, stickers. Yeah. We even have the print on demand stickers, so you can get different sizes.
That's cool, dude.
Oh, that's through print and what is it? Printable. So it's all high quality things, and you also can get books. You can get 7 Legions from Beacon here.
I got that. That one was cool.
You get the regular cover for Tales from NATVERSE 1 there.
I like that cover, man. Who colored that?
That's Scotsman.
Oh, okay. Good job.
He inked and colored that one.
That's dope.
And this one is the limited exclusive edition that was, I think there's only 100 of them.
Oh, wow.
Something like that, or 50. I'm not sure how much I printed. I printed just enough for the people that backed for it, because it was you could only get it for the first month. And that was you know, a wink. And also before I decided to remaster Nat and the Rose story. So that's why you still had the old colors there.
Yeah.
But that one's very limited. I only have 2 left, so that's why they're there for $50. I only have 2 of them. Yeah.
That's cool, man. For all the
that's what you. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Is that, you know, you get the collector's edition that will be thereafter. There's still some copies of BLOODHUNT there.
Oh man, are you ever thinking about making a BLOODHUNT too?
Yeah, I am. I'm actually thinking. Yeah. I was debating if I wanted to do a colored edition. I'm not sure. I wanted to do like a reprint of it with an extra 20-page story in it, which would be like 1 year after.
Oh wow,
story,
that's pretty cool. And
which would lead to the sequel of BLOODHUNT 2, which is 2 years after BLOODHUNT.
It's my guitar player. What up, Dave?
And I started working on the story, but like I said when I first did it, I'm in no rush to do the sequel. It's a standalone story.
Yeah.
There's going to be a 2 to 3 years story wise. There's going to be a 2-year gap between 1 and 2, a 2-year gap, and there's a reason for it. But I'm in no rush to finish it. Like, it was never meant to be a serial. It's like me. That was like the idea. I put a movie there. Let's see if people like it, if it picks up. people really liking it, so there is going to be a sequel. But I don't want to rush it either.
Yeah, no, it'll come out when it comes out, I guess, right?
Oh, and trust me, it's going to be even more violent than the first one.
Yeah, I loved it, man. I love the ultra violent stuff.
The only thing I'm going to say, it's the year one story established that he's pissing off a lot of people during those 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So, when you get BLOODHUNT 2, there's almost the entire world wants him dead. The entire supernatural world wants him dead.
That's awesome, dude.
Or collect his blood. If you remember what's the point of the blood.
Yeah.
So yeah, they want him. That's why the title was BLOODHUNT, because it just covers everything. It's all has to do with the blood that he has, the ancient blood. They
need the ancient one that got him.
Yeah, it has knowledge that nobody else has. It's how the ancients kept themselves relative. They each have a special information for something. I'm not going to spoil it, but
right.
Only they have. So now the other one's dead, and the only one that has its trap locked in his noggin is Vincent.
That's so cool, man. He might be doing a crossover too someday with this character as well, right?
Oh, it's happening. It's just there's the BLOODHUNT Doc Salem crossover.
Yeah, man.
The first draft of the story is there by Brian. Me and Preston probably gonna have to go over it to make sure that everything's final and make some final cuts and edits before I start laying it out.
That's cool, man.
But the idea is I'm gonna be doing layouts and Preston's gonna be the finished art. So it's gonna be an interesting book.
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool, man. I can't wait for that too.
But right now, like I said before, I'm trying to concentrate on Telson and NATVERSE. That's my serial series. And I'm also setting up the Mona, which is supposed to be an INKSLAYER magazine. The first 5 pages are all done already for like over a year. It's been done for 2 years. It's true. I've done the first pages of the Mona in 2020.
Time flies, man. Time flies when you're working hard every single day.
Yep. But it's been there. It's been there. It was the first 5 pages are in Rocket #1. If you want them, go get them there.
Oh, dope! Hell yeah, man!
But the full story is gonna be in INKSLAYER magazine, which is the setup and the return of WOLFDRAGON at the same time.
I was just about to get to that. I can't wait for WOLFDRAGON, man.
The Mona, that's what she is. The Mona is what she is. The Mona is a character that was part of the WOLFDRAGON verse, and I decided what better way to bring them back, but bring back through the Mona.
Okay.
The Mona, and then you establish that they knew each other, their relationship, and then he shows up.
Then he's in there. Okay.
But they're not in a relationship. I just want to make sure that people don't get around me. There's a relationship and they know each other.
I used to know it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But
man.
That's the thing. That's how I'm bringing back WOLFDRAGON into the entire thing. Is the Mona's gonna come in, then you discover that she's the spin-off. That's the idea of it. Is I want to make it feel that way. Like you're gonna read the story. I'm reading the Mona. Oh, she's a spin-off of WOLFDRAGON.
Yeah, and then you go into WOLFDRAGON.
Yeah, and then WOLFDRAGON. Yeah,
takes basically the main focus, right?
I can tell you the plot for Telson and NATVERSE. Telson NATVERSE 3 is all done. Which I don't know if I'm going to be doing Telson NATVERSE 3 as a big one-shot colored book. I'm thinking I'm going to break them in 3, do them in black and whites, and then at the end when they're all done, get the full book colored. Because it's going to be 120. It's going to be over 100 page again, and I don't want to be doing this again in the same way. Meaning, throwing out 100-page book out there, getting that much work done, making people wait. So the idea is, dude, if I come out with my books in black and white first, I can get the books done in 3 to 4 months. Get them out. While those are out as collector's edition, limited edition, when they're all done. But during that time, Beacon's already working on colors.
Nice.
So when we get to when the 3 stories are out with their own little Telson and NATVERSE tell with them, because that's the idea. Like they say, you have Nat the Mer Blood Brother 3, you're gonna have maybe an unlockable 10-page story. Boom. Sweet. And at the end, you would have a big fucking 100 and something page book, all colored, ready to go, and all done.
So you're saying you would launch a black and white edition first, and then later on you do another campaign in color. Is that correct?
Yeah, technically, it's like imagine if I do 100 let's say I do a 140 page book, right? I do 3 books of like 40, 50 page, right? think about it. 3 books of 50 pages in black and white. Then at the end, the collected edition is all colored.
Like, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds like a good idea, man. I was talking to Vic King on here the other day about black and white stuff. And he's doing his barbarian book, Beowar in black and white.
Yeah, it's cheaper because 1, you have to, colors are not cheap. 2, it takes time. 3, printing colors, it's more expensive. Like I made way more money on BLOODHUNT than I did on Tales of Never. Tales of Never, I'm losing money,
Yeah, it's expensive. It's at least, like for me, it's probably about $5,000. Like for me to get someone to color it straight
BLOODHUNT,
up.
but it's all me with a letterer and an editor. That's it. That's all.
Yeah,
that was a co-writer. But you know what I mean? Like art-wise, like stuff like that. There's nothing. So there was no. If something was late, it's me.
Yeah,
that was it.
No,
you know what I mean?
If something's wrong, it's because of you. But it's like, hey, dude, I am kind of doing.
But now
everything.
Now there's colors, so you have to pay the colors. You have to wait for them colors. You have to, the printing colors. The price went up too a lot.
Yeah, dude. So is the shipping too. Like I'm trying to. Sorry, what were you saying?
It's one of the reasons why I closed the campaign earlier than I planned, because printing went up. So technically the 112-page book is going to have to cost like $30 now. Like you can imagine.
Oh wow, it's insane.
So I'm kind of like losing money on that in the shipping.
That's crazy,
but not that much because I'm not. I know I'm not stupid. I kind of planned it a little ahead a little bit.
Absolutely.
The fact that I'm using that me and Beacon are helping each other out with the fulfillment makes me save money a bit on the shipping.
That's always good.
But they're chill. They're still raising it. Like I said, like if you have a business account with any of those mailing services, you got an email not too long ago saying all international shipping will be going up international on January.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
and even internal shipping is supposed to go up. I read that the not direct mail, how do you call it? Media mail is supposed to go up as well.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like shipping, if you do media mail, you have to, plus like Indiegogo takes for every purchase, they take a percentage that kind of goes out of that.
And now they try to con their way into getting tips by people that don't pay attention when checking out.
Yeah, man.
Which I think is very predatory business, by the way, Indiegogo.
Yeah, it is. I was wondering too, man. Oh, sorry. What was that?
No, it's just predatory. It's just, dude. You let them choose. You don't try to hint them into it. It's like when you go to a fucking restaurant now. No, you don't even get there. You go to the counter and it's automatic tip 15%. I'm like, what?
Everywhere. Yeah.
Fuck you. Why would I be forced to give 15%?
Yeah, no, I went and bought a burrito right now, and I was just like,
what happened to like $3-5 tip? Fuck you. I'm not tipping somebody $10 on an order of $40 or $50.
Yeah, it's like a $10 burrito. I'm not gonna like give you a tip just because I'm walking up to the counter and picking it up. It's a go too on top of that, so I'm not gonna give you
goddamn much.
Sorry, but it's just not gonna happen. Do you have flasks on here? I thought I saw a flask.
No, I didn't have a flask. What do you have here? It's those like the flasks. They had them, but they took them out. What I do have is this though, a stainless steel tumbler. So,
that's cool
with the metal straw. Yeah,
it's pretty dope.
So you have the entire.
I'm different.
Mm-hmm. I can't. And there's gonna be puzzles too because I can do puzzles. I'm just slowly adding shit. Yeah, there's gonna be puzzles. There's gonna be patches because I can do patches. You're gonna be able to order your own patches and stuff like that. A puzzle. Like I'm slowly adding things.
I like the patches.
Dude, I'm technically a one-man thing.
Yeah, totally, man.
INKSLAYER is like 4 creators.
Yeah,
but everybody's doing their own thing. I'm the one taking care of the website. I'm paying it. I'm managing it.
Yeah, totally.
Beacon's helping out a little bit. Like as you see, like right now, he joined in the merch there.
Oh yeah.
But the more support and more sales we get, because the Shopify works in 2 ways. You have the basic tier and then you have the pro tier. The pro tier is you get more profit, you get more selection of product and stuff like that. But that's $70 a month, US a month.
And this is Shopify, right?
Shopify costs me right now $30-something a month US.
Okay.
But you can do everything you want. Like when I sell those books here, because I have those books, it's not print on demand, right?
Right.
I just create a button and they don't charge me any fees.
Oh, that's cool.
There's no transaction fees. I just send it to my PayPal.
It's almost like you could just straight launch your book on here. I know that the
Yeah,
There's
there's
the
you can do pre-sales, you can do crowdfunding with them, but the problem is when I check their app, as there's no certainty that your credit and everything's protected. Like I'm trying, like when you that's why I'm with Shopify instead of just having my own random website, because people don't trust just anything with their credit card info and shit.
That makes sense. It's got that little wall of security when they're not doing the checkout. So you can. Are you thinking about launching your next campaign on here? Or are you going to do Indiegogo or Kickstarter?
I'm probably going to be doing Indiegogo still.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because the thing about, I mean, this is dope too.
But what I'm thinking of changing though is I don't know if I'm going to be doing second chance campaign after this one. What I might do now though is do the campaign crowdfunding when it's in demand, and then maybe create a pre-sale version on my website that will be $5 more. You snooze, you lose type of thing.
Yeah, and the cool thing about like Indiegogo, like the main thing I think people forget is like that big. Like, a lot of people know where to go to get their books, and it kind of creates a big like rush to go to the campaign like on the launch. You know what I mean? Like that's the biggest thing about it.
And right now I'm also checking in having print on demand direct edition of my books on my website.
Oh, that's cool.
Because you can do that with Shopify and Lulu Direct.
That's pretty dope. Especially if you're going to do like a black and white edition, you can't really go wrong with that. You know what I mean?
And they even offer hardcovers.
That's cool, man. I was wondering too. I was going to ask you early in the stream, back to your creative flow, when you're doing. Oh, that's sick, dude.
Yeah, those are the colors from Murder Doll by Beacon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I was going to ask you, like, similar to this. Oh, look at those colors. Who's doing the colors on those?
That's Beacon.
Wow, man.
Those I'm not leaving for long. As you see why.
Yeah. He's like just getting better and better. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, I saw that on Twitter yesterday. I really liking that. I like how you did
that's for the next book.
Oh, it's Nat 3, right? The cover?
No, it's Blood Brothers 3.
Oh, okay. So that's the next campaign you're gonna launch?
Yep.
Oh, okay. And that's not Tales from NATVERSE. That's just Nat the Merc, or what is that one called?
Blood Brothers Part 3. It's a conclusion to the two stories you had in Tales from NATVERSE 2 and 3. Technically, what I'm doing right now is I'm considering breaking down the Tales from NATVERSE 3 in 3 different chapters. Oh, okay. 3 different campaigns, 3 different books by themselves, with the colored edition at the end. And after that, we start Nat the Merc only with Luani. But this is the Screaming Metal story. The cover for Nat the Merc, Screaming Metal.
That's cool, man. I like the reflection.
You see an arm? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be badass. Facing DEFCON.
That's his name, DEFCON?
Yep.
That's a good name, man. That's a good name. You always have these cool names, man. Yeah, and I was saying the colors are great on that shark. I like the white embedding you did on there. What were you saying?
Hold on. I was show you something else, but I click on the wrong thing.
Here we go. Process. We all love this. I know I love this.
This is the final page I have to finish on Blood Brothers Part 2. All the other ones are done. That's the introduction of some of the bad guys. Some of the big bad guys.
Looks pretty cool. I like the design on this character.
That's the Dread Knight.
And again, here you go with your names, man. You got some awesome names. Metal.
And him, you're not gonna find out his name yet.
I'm loving the Gothic archways in the ceiling.
As you can see, I'm going a bit Gothic, medieval type of look with their designs.
It's cool. Oh, and the knight. Yeah, that's cool, man.
That's called the Dread Knight. And if you look at the next page.
Oh, yeah, man. That's epic. I know your style's changing a little bit too, man. I can't really put my finger on it, but it looks a little different. It looks badass. I've always loved your art, but
thank you.
Seems like you're doing something a little different.
This is gonna be a double page spread.
Oh, okay.
Sideways.
Oh, all right.
That's why it's so big, and
Yeah, you're like that, right? Like a Playboy, right? Centerfold.
And I don't know if you've seen these, but you also get to meet them. Hold on, let me make sure that I click on the right page. Where's 18? Close 13.
Always working. Sim, forever working.
They're also
that
going to be
elephant.
introducing the mammoth. Yeah.
That's cool, dude. So you got your anthropomorphic characters kind of a little bit.
The Dinomercs.
The Dinomercs, dude.
And somebody
awesome.
and somebody looks at me like, yeah, but you know, a mammoth is not a dinosaur, guys. He's in the newbie.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they lost their fourth member, so they picked up the mammoth, and then he's not the smart. He's not the smartest. He's not the brightest, but he has one hell of a memory.
So he's in the training stages. He's like in the they're trying to test him out, see if he can make the team. He's on.
I made a joke. I made the joke. He's the red shirt.
The red shirt. What's that?
The red shirt.
The red shirt. What's the red shirt?
You don't get the joke. Like it's technically a Star Trek meme.
Oh,
the red shirt. Yeah. The red shirt meaning like it's the guy that's gonna die, or the new guy, or
okay,
the guy that's not gonna be in the next episode or something. The cameo or whatever. He's funny. The new guy.
The new guy. I always thought maybe because he's getting blood on his shirt.
The funny thing that I'm doing with them in the NATVERSE, they're like the real life Ninja Turtles. So what I mean by that is like imagine like Ninja Turtles were real. Right. Imagine like you have cartoons, you have this, you have comic books, you have that, and then you figure it out. They actually live in the sewers. They're
so
real.
So in the story in the NATVERSE, these guys have toys. These guys have TV shows. Yes. They have cartoons. They have video games.
Yes, comic books and everything. And Nat was a huge fucking fan, and he smokes the same brain of cigar as the T-Rex.
Oh, that's so cool, man. That's a cool little.
Like that's the thing is like they're gonna come in. They're coming in to fucking kill him, and he's like, "Holy shit! I'm a big fucking fan."
Right? Hey, buddy. Hey, I'm your fan.
And I'm going to the point, like a spoiler that's just for here. I'm not going to repeat it too often. It's just a funny thing I want to mention is like, imagine like he meets them. He's going to tell them a story the first time you meet Gillian, right? He just bought the really rare action figure of the T-Rex character. Yeah, he was on Planet 69 trying to finish his collection of the Dinomercs. When Gillian attacked him, when
Nat was you're saying, right?
Nat was, yeah.
It's so cool, man. I can't wait. I remember seeing this on Twitter. I was just like, man, this is so cool, man. I can't wait to see what he fucking does with these.
I think I shared the pencils of this like a very year ago.
It
was fun finally getting to it because, as you know, I work on shit like a year ahead of time because I have no choice in a way, and that's how I get all this.
Yeah, you have to. Mm-hmm. I was going to ask you too about earlier in the show.
I already like, dude, the plot for the first tome of the Mona is all written. The plot for WOLFDRAGON is written. The plot for Skullbusters is written. I already started Skullbusters. There's 5 pages done for Demona already. WOLFDRAGON, I'm tweaking it because I'm thinking of reworking I don't know if I'm gonna leave the old pages as if or tweak them up. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I've already have the next book of Tales from NATVERSE all pre-plotted and written and already started working on. Like Screaming Meadow, I already have the first 3 pages.
Damn, dude.
I'm working on on Blood Brothers right now. I did. It's like right now, if everything goes according to plan, next year you're gonna have about between 4 to 6 books by me.
Man, I'm so excited, dude. It's gonna be cool.
There's gonna be the Nat books. There's gonna be maybe Skullbusters or Demona, the INKSLAYER thing that's gonna start.
The WOLFDRAGON and
there's the Hell Zone. The Hell Zone that's coming. Yeah. And there's the crossover that might be starting next year to work on.
Oh, with the Doc Salem.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you. And the reprint of BLOODHUNT with the new extra 20-page story.
With the colors.
That I'm debating. Do I just do I keep it in black and white as if for now, because people really seem to like it? Do I go color or do I go spot color? Because remember, my first idea when I launched the first campaign was to have black and red, which a lot of people took from me. But it's okay.
I remember that.
It's cool. Yeah. It was supposed to be black and red, but we didn't unlock it. But yeah.
It's hard to pick, man. If I was you, I wouldn't be able to pick. You know what I mean?
I know. I can't. It's like I wanted color, but I like the idea of just black and red.
Yeah, and like color sounds good too. You know what I mean?
But spot color, I would put purple for the jacket, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Like Sin City, kind of a little bit. Like Yellow Bastard a bit. That's cool, man.
If there's no blood, you pick another color.
So with your scripts, do you have them like typed up like in or like clipboarded or something, like typed up, ready to go, stapled, or do you have them on your computer? How do you do that?
I write most of my fucking notes in little pads and shit. Like I always have stuff like this with me. I always have my writing pad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do some of that too. Yeah.
Here's some. This is me working on the Mecha Jocks or the Luanija story. And
that's dope.
Other design, other stories. As you can see, I write a lot of plots and ideas. Then I pulled that one out, and I started doing little character designs and doodles and shit.
That's cool, man.
I do a lot of CAD. A lot of it is on my computer as well. The thing is, I used to write like tight scripts.
Yeah.
And it would take me forever, and
right.
I would always end up changing shit. So right now, I'm full on the Marvel way. Like I'm literally working it the Kirby way. Like I don't give a shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that technically is like I'm in. I plot my story.
Right.
I know what I want. I know where I'm going. If I write it tight, I'm gonna end up changing shit anyways. Or sometimes you end up being tight because you're stuck with stuff that you should probably just take out. Like it's weird.
No, you're shackled in.
So I plot. I know my beginning. I know my middle. I know my end. And after that, I just have fun with it. And sometimes I let the story take me where it goes. Yeah,
just on the journey, and you have fun artistically because it's not shackled down. That dude Vic King was saying that's what Ethan does too. He doesn't have like everything definitively lined up, locked in, shackled in, caged in. No, he comes in. He works on different parts.
It's one of the things that I've learned. Like it's always a work in progress. Like if you like when I studied for movies and stuff like that, they always say like there's always changes at the last minute. There's always like it's a living project until it's done and out. It's always organically changing, evolving.
Yeah.
Like like I look at this. It went from a 13-page story, and I'm like, I don't want to cut there, so I'm gonna bring shit from the other one, and let's just keep going. Like, I want this in. I'm like,
and you don't work in sequential order, right?
Nope.
Okay, cool. So again, it's still live, still moving, keeping the inspiration going. It's a living thing. Okay.
Yeah. I keep jumping back and forth.
I'd like to know that's still part of the process. I'm always
as you
interested.
Can see, this is how I work. You have Blood Brother there. You have Planet 69 here.
Yeah.
But the Planet 69 is done. I'm working on the epilogue.
That's cool, man.
Where you get to meet DEFCON.
And then you have an editor sometimes too, right?
I always have an editor.
Who do you use? I think you said Steve Dye one time.
Yep, I use Steve Dye. He's been the editor on all my books.
Yep.
Technically, I pitch him. I tell him what I'm going to do. He goes, "Oh, that sounds great." Then I do it. When the pages are all done, I start working my dialogues, and that's when he joins in.
Oh, okay. So you have it done and you submit it to him, the artwork, basically.
Technically, we sit down. I'm like, I'm doing this. He goes, okay. Or sometimes you'll say like, oh, did you think about this or that, or don't forget this, or But usually this is what I'm doing. I'm going there. So when he jumps in when he jumps into work, all the pages are usually all done. And he knows that if there's something, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go in and redraw a panel. If he makes a good point on something, I don't give a fuck. I'll add a page if I have to or something. But usually he doesn't have nothing to say other than
go outside and smoke a cigarette.
Tweaking my dialogues.
Come back in and redraw.
You should say it that way. Maybe you should do this. But usually he has nothing.
That's dope, dude. Yeah, that's cool, man.
He just corrects my stuff, corrects my sentences, going, oh, you may want to add, do this. And okay, thank you.
Pretty good editor, man.
After that, we get it done. Yeah.
I love all your books.
And dude, the presentation and the print file that he does gets the color done. I've never had any issue. He's totally worth the money you pay him.
Damn.
I recommend him to every fucking one that asks me they're looking for an editor.
Okay. That's awesome, man.
The only thing I make them clear is like, go hire him, pay him, but I'm priority.
Yeah, right. Especially when you got like fucking 7 projects you're working, I was gonna ask you, Sim, what's your favorite movie? You're gonna hate me. Sorry.
I'm leaving. Favorite movie? It's fucking hard to say.
Right.
Favorite movie is like in what genre? Like,
Right. It's hard.
Here's a list.
Right. Right.
I like Star Wars. I like Dark Hole. That's a sci-fi that I like a lot. With heavy metals, the heavy metal animated movies are fucking great. I love them. I watch them so many fucking times. Fifth Element, Star Wars. I watch them often. I like Blade Runner. Like favorite movies. It's like, dude, I love fucking Payback the movie. A lot of people don't even know what the fuck it is, but Payback the fucking movie is like, dude, it's like John Wick before John Wick.
Right, right.
And it's John Wick without just being a fucking like Uber fucking
Yeah,
like John Wick is fucking awesome.
Right, right. Yeah,
and I love the entire part of like, I'll get you your $150,000. Dude, it's only $17,500. Dude, I have a fucking mallet that's worth more than that. But it's a fucking question of principle.
Yeah, it's principle.
I'm on this fucking amount of money for this job, and I want this amount of money for this job.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll pay you more for you to back the fuck off. I want my fucking money.
Yeah. The principle, Smokey.
And the fact that he got betrayed by his wife.
Yeah, that's always the worst thing, you know.
Dude, you haven't seen Payback, go watch that fucking movie.
I haven't seen it in like 20 years.
And if you don't know what it is, it's technically a remake, which is supposedly more accurate to the books from what I was told. But it's technically Get Carter.
So let's say it wasn't like Get Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like with Michael Caine. Yeah, I like Get Carter a lot too, with Mickey Rourke and Stallone.
Mm-hmm.
Beats the fuck out of that fool. I remember that. It's got a little like house rave going on.
Dude, I Payback's a great fucking movie.
I'm gonna watch that again.
Dude, man, I left.
I put you on the spot.
Yeah, dude, I'm a big movie guy. You know this, like, dude, there's so many goddamn movies. I love Dread.
Dread was bad, dude. Never gonna get to see.
What else do I watch fucking often? I love Lord of the Rings. I like The Hobbits.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there's Equilibrium, which to me was like technically better than The Matrix.
Right. Yeah, I got that one on DVD.
Matrix, I love it, but
they got Gun Fu in there, dude.
Yeah, and you said, dude, come on.
No,
Vincent knows Gun Fu. Yeah, Vincent knows Gun Fu.
Yeah, that movie's bad.
When he goes into that house, I'm like, there you go. I'm showing you that Vincent knows how to fucking fight with guns.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. In that movie, I like what the nails come out of the handle, you know. Yeah.
Hey, he doesn't fuck around.
Yeah.
That's why I like, you know, when you see Vincent going into the house, like he's actually dancing. I'm like, I jokingly call it's the ballet of death.
That's a good.
You know,
that's a
just
good
going,
way to...
Fuck you.
I wonder who directed that movie. Yeah, it was shot pretty good.
That?
Right.
The guy it's the same guy that did the Ultraviolet, and if I'm not mistaken, Underworld.
Oh, okay.
Let me go check. Let me do Google Fu.
So, I guess Cavill's back. You excited about that?
Kurt Wimmer.
Kurt Wimmer, huh?
Mark.
Yeah, Cavill's back, dude. Superman. You excited about that?
Of course I am.
I know you're like one of the only guys.
Man of Steel 2's on his way. No, I'm not the only guy.
You're like one of the only guys. I fucking love Man of Steel. Everybody hates on that shit. And I like Batman versus Superman. I read online too. I heard that fucking Affleck might be signing a 3 picture deal.
Affleck's coming back. He's going to be in Aquaman. He's going to be showing up also in the Flash movie. Yeah. There's Superman's back for more than one movie. He's going to be showing up in Black Adam. He's going to be showing off in other movies too. Like all the next DC movies are going to have cameos of the Snyderverse guys.
Yeah, and they're just going to get different directors and shit.
And I've heard supposedly that Snyder and his partner, they pitched Justice League 2 and 3.
It might happen, dude. You know what I mean? It might happen because it looks like Zaslav's just like, fuck this. Even The Rock came in. He was like, yeah, I've been trying to get this. He saw in the interview. I don't know if you've seen it with him on the red carpet.
You know what?
He's like, we've been trying 6 years, and finally that people are gone, and now we got new management.
Do you know why? Do you know what's his next movie he's trying to get now? And I'm totally behind it.
Oh, it's Black Adam versus Superman. I think.
No, he did. He got Superman back. He got freaking Cavill back as Superman.
Yeah, he got him back. The Rock
he's been at it for a while. Same thing with Batfleck, right?
Yeah.
Now he said his goal is to get Reynolds back.
Reynolds.
He writes he wants Ryan Reynolds back in the DCU so he can redeem his fucking
Green
chance
Lantern.
Green Lantern. And I'm like, totally.
I'm cool
like,
with that.
Ryan
I didn't
Reynolds,
hate that movie. I didn't hate on it that much when I watched it.
No, it's
the cool.
movie script. It's the movie that has problem. It's not the actor, it's not the role and the fucking suit. But the idea is like, dude, I would totally go with fucking what's his name again?
Ryan Reynolds.
Firefly. No, there's another guy.
Nathan
Fillion. Yeah, that guy would be perfect to play to play the character, right? Damn. But come on, Ryan Reynolds is good. He had his fucking chance. He got fucking fucked over. Give him a chance to redeem himself. Yeah.
Right? I think that would be a cool success story. People would go watch it on that principle. I'm pumped, dude. Yeah. Like Marvel's, like I was saying, this is a golden opportunity for him, dude. Marvel's done. I'm pumped with Hugh Jackman being back as Wolverine in Deadpool 3, and supposedly he's going to be wearing that yellow and black costume. Yeah, dude. I heard that Cavill had a meeting with Marvel, like he was going to make a movie. So I'm thinking in that meeting, he probably something happened.
Do you know Cavill's auditioning for a role in the MCU
in Marvel? I thought it'd be Wolverine.
He's going to be a bad guy.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Want to know who?
Doom.
Yep.
He's perfect.
He's auditioning for Von Doom.
Okay. Damn, he's playing both sides, huh? That's not bad though. Everybody does.
But that's the thing is that he's also one of those actors that could, because dude, he could hide behind the mask with his British accent, and you will not recognize him as Superman.
No, he's so cool.
Like he can hide accent, he can fake accent, like a good actor can. Like you know, supposedly good actors, you know, not those what we have in Hollywood now. So that guy comes in. Like I remember the first time, like they said, like he's gonna be playing Superman. I'm like, how the fuck did they cast a fucking British motherfucker? And then you see him talk. And you're like, oh well, fuck me, you're good.
He's pretty good.
You sound American. Thought he'd be great. Yeah, you sound Canadian American.
Yeah, I thought he was
sorry, but that's what he pulled it off, dude. He doesn't sound like he doesn't have the slang American, but perfect international English from Canada. And I'm like, dude, fuck you, you're good, you're great. Then he goes, he wants to play Von Doom. Give him a fucking British accent. He'll be fucking perfect.
That's what I want to see, like that we haven't done yet. I want to see a proper Doom, even a whole fucking movie. But I always thought Cavill would be a good Conan. A lot of people hate on that, but I think he'd be good, like the Buscema, kind of the Marvel style Conan, you know. But I think he'd look cool. But everyone's like, yeah, man, you're just saying that because he's popular. I'm like, nah, I just think
you want to know
like, he'd be cool, dude.
You know who I wanted him to play?
Who?
WOLFDRAGON.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Give him long hair.
Right. Oh, Coleman.
Just imagine him with the long hair now with the flaming sword. Like you know that drawing that you saw. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's perfect, dude. That like, he can play like anybody, dude. He can play Batman even.
Before I used to say that Chris Hemsworth would be like him or his brother would be perfect to play Nat. But then you know, Scotsman brought up the Easton kid.
Oh, okay, Scott. Yeah, he looks like him.
Scott, yeah, come on, Cossie's. And I'm like, okay, yep, okay, yeah.
He does, dude.
Eastwood, yep, okay, Eastwood. Yep.
James Gunn is going to be on the DC film and animated stuff now. Him and this guy Peter Safran. So, oh, cool. Whatchamacallit? What's your favorite beer? You got a favorite beer? I know you go to the pub every now and then.
I rarely go to the pub.
Like once a year or so, probably. Right.
Yeah. I like red. I like red beer.
Yeah, reds are good.
Like I like Guinness. Like I often like to buy myself a Guinness with Dave, like or something like that. Like I like Guinness. I like but there's something like there's a brand called Ricker's Red.
Okay, Ricker's Red.
Yeah, I have to check them out. It's one of the ones that I really, really fucking like. Ricker's Red is awesome.
I love Guinness during like St. Patrick's Day. Usually that's when I drink it, but I drink it anytime. I like the draft one. The extra stout's good, but I like that with the corned beef and cabbage and some nice French bread and some nice cheddar cheese. And yeah, that's cool, man. I love the red ales too. Like so smooth.
Yeah. But that's my favorite to me. Like if I'm gonna grab a beer, usually I go for that. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I remember Red Wolf back in the day. That was like a 90s
when I
beer.
Drink, my favorite drink though is rum and coke.
Rum and coke. Yeah, that's pretty bomb, dude.
And don't fucking put me white rum in there. Fuck you.
I I used to
It
get
has to.
like
It has to be dark rum. I have to have the golden or the dark rum. The white one, I can't stand it.
yes, it's kind of like lighter fluid for me.
Yep.
It kind of burns. I like that dude that Kraken run.
The
So I would,
Kraken run is fucking awesome, and like the dark one and fucking
yeah.
Coke. Like I used to buy Appleton Estate when I would
Okay,
when I would
Appleton.
want to drink. I would grab Appleton Estate, put that in Coke with one ice or something. Fucking awesome. But then I found out the Kraken one, and I'm like, "Oh, unleash the Kraken, my friend!"
They had a bottle design where they're underwater. It was like California.
I like
was
the bottle design, and I'm like dark, spicy rum. I'm like, I'm trying this.
Yeah.
And when I put that in there, I'm like, oh, it's like a perfect mix between rum and bourbon. Like I like bourbon and Coke as well.
Yeah, totally. And I was buying it because it was on sale at Target. They were selling it for like $16, and I'm like, damn, this shit looks pretty good, you know. So I picked it up, and
like I said,
every now and then I'll buy it when it's on sale. It's really good.
It's like the perfect
I drink it
point
straight,
rum and bourbon. It's weird.
Yeah. I drink it straight with just like one ice cube, and it tastes pretty good, you know. Just because sometimes like a little one of those is kind of good for the throat sometimes, or a shot of tequila or like that rye. But yeah, man, that's cool. I'm gonna have to check out that beer you were talking about too, that red.
Ricker's Red.
Are you gonna be going on the horror movie club tonight?
That depends, but depends what's the movie. I don't like to go there when I know nothing about the movie.
No, I hear you.
So that's why sometimes I'm not there because I know nothing about that fucking movie. I'm actually watching to find out if I'm gonna watch it.
Right.
Well, what's the point of me being on the thing, you know?
Yeah. Bride of Frankenstein is the one tonight.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I might drop by. What time? It's at 7 something, right?
Yeah. Or 8 o'clock now.
Before we do anything else, I want to show you guys this.
Yeah, show me, man.
Okay, so I was talking with the animator the other day because I shared this on thing, and not the animator, but the voice actor. And the voice actor joined me because when am I doing more voicing for Nat? Yeah. And I'm like, I'm thinking of using you for the next video.
That's cool, man.
Right. So this is the little animation that I made for the story Screaming Metal. So when I do Screaming Metal, you're gonna have this animation, and obviously it has
Screaming Metal.
Don't worry, yeah, you know why?
No. There's a multitude of different reasons, but when I hear metal, I'm thinking like Judas Priest a little bit. You know what I mean?
One of the reasons why I said Screaming Metal, right?
Yeah,
it's 2 reasons. 1, I don't want to get sued, and 2, it's funny. Métal hurlant means hurling metal.
Okay.
Hurlant also in French, hurlant also means yelling.
Okay.
Screaming.
Okay.
So I went Screaming Metal, and you're gonna understand why I made that little joke about the Screaming Metal. You
always put like little Easter eggs in your stuff, man. I love it. You could literally like stare at, like you'll have like all these people in the background and just little.
But
things.
You know why it's called Screaming Metal mainly?
Why?
Because it has this in it. You'll see. It's a wink to the movie Heavy Metal. How does the movie Heavy Metal start? Do you remember?
Been a long time, brother. I can't remember.
Well, you have the shuttle. You have a space shuttle that comes in, and then you have the Corvette or the something like Elon Musk did. So you have the car with a fucking astronaut that drives in space, hovers, and then crash lands on the planet and drives to the house.
Oh, okay. So it's like an ode to that somewhat.
That's why the title is called Screaming Metal, and it's kind of like,
yeah, right.
the story starts that way.
That's dope, dude. Yeah, I love the animation too, man. And the music sounded awesome. It's really heavy.
Yeah, I actually paid somebody to compose this it's the actual NATVERSE and not the Merc theme.
Oh, that's sick. And
I just would like to write some lyrics eventually and get somebody to sing.
Sick. Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
Which would be fucking awesome.
Oh yeah. Well, shit, man. Is there anything else you'd like to share or say to us before we depart today?
One thing. Because I mentioned the movie Black Hole before, and you didn't know what the fuck I was talking about.
Yeah.
So you're gonna show some fucking respect to Vincent and Bob. I'm joking. You get what I mean. You saw the video. Share my screen.
Let's see here.
Now, You can defy me, you can prove me wrong, okay? But go watch the goddamn movie. Vincent kicks R2D2's ass. R2D2 wishes it was him, and it took 25 films and novels after the first trilogy to make him as 50% as cool as Vincent.
Yeah, he doesn't really,
Vincent's the shit.
Yeah.
And if you know anything about the movie, they meet the older model, whose name is Bob.
I've heard of the movie. I haven't seen it. I remember my dad used to talk about it, actually.
So Bob is actually it's technically a wink at Bob and Scud. Technically, the idea of Bob came with Bob and Scud, the disposable assassin.
That's cool.
So I just ordered those two that they'll be here in the 30th. They're like 7-inch figurine. I've been looking for them for so long. And Scotsman's like, dude, I found a new figurine of them on Amazon. I'm like, get the fuck out. So I bought them.
That's dope, dude.
So they're 7-inch, but I'm getting them very soon. I can't wait.
That's cool.
Man. I'm telling you.
I'll have to watch that movie.
Yeah, and grab the director's cut. It's longer and it's pretty good. But keep in mind, it's made in '79.
Yeah,
and it's one of those where they were trying to make the next Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
and it's one of the only ones that came out that it's not Star Wars.
I remember watching.
It's not a ripoff. Ice Pirate, that was good.
I liked that as a kid. But I watched it at such a young age. It's hard to even remember it.
Dude, I watched
it. Flash Gordon.
I never saw it before. It's Scotsman that told me, hey, did you ever see Ice Pirates? Well, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. He shows me the trailer. He shows me the trailer. And as soon as I saw the scene of them cutting the fucking wall, walking into the alien bathroom, take care of him. Take care of him. Take care of him. Take care of him. And then the last one that says take care of him comes back and knocks him out. I'm like, okay, that's totally my type of comedy. I'm in. I'm fucking in. And totally. that was a good movie. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Hell yeah!
But me, like I said, you have to watch Black Hole.
I'll check it out.
If you don't know anything about it, like the comic book, some concept art, it's Kirby.
Oh hell yeah! Okay, I love me some Kirby. Man. That fool's all about energy. That dude. Oh man,
I love Kirby. Like, dude, I have all this shit there in omnibuses.
Yeah, man. It's a good study, a good read.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, man.
And you should definitely get this,
RBC
and
Warriors.
get them before it's too late. You can get them directly from their website, which is cheaper. I have all 4 big omnibus.
You got so many books I want, man. I'm really trying to pick up some Bisley stuff, man. Like some of the Slain stuff. But
dude, you can get the Slain right now. They have a Slain out collector's edition or something like that.
Yeah,
for like 20-something bucks on Amazon.
Really?
Like they reprinted it. Go. Like I have both copies. I have the original. I have the original giant format that they used to release. And I bought that one because I don't want to touch the other ones. Fuck you. I'm not touching.
Like the reader copy, huh?
Yeah, I have my reader copy. So and I like another series I thought was pretty cool, and I thought like maybe they got inspired by my shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's Space Bastards.
Space Bastards.
There's a series that was Kickstarter funded, but so Bisley worked on it, the stuff like that, and they did exactly what Tales from the NATVERSE, Not the Merc was like floppies, different characters, and it's a sci-fi world, and it's totally no holds barred. The only thing that I like from it is, and the reason why I grabbed it because Space Bastard was one of the previous titles that I was thinking of using for Tales from the NATVERSE. So I was curious, right? Space Bastards.
Yeah.
Because there was Space Rebels, Space Bastards, and stuff like that. I just didn't want people to just stuck on bastards. So that's why I never did it. But then I'm like, Space Bastard, and it's the first story is called Mel and Tooth. So the entire premise of the story is that somebody starts a mailing services, like, courier.
Yeah.
That people kill each other for it.
Oh man, that's crazy.
And that was just one story in the Tales from the NATVERSE. If you remember in Tales from the NATVERSE 2, I talked about it in the first one, but one of the stories for Tales from the NATVERSE 2 that was unlockable was a story called The Parcel. And that was one of the first stories of Nat, and it's the thing of him being stuck in one of those postal thing.
Oh man, that's crazy.
So the story is entirely like he's like this is saying like I'm not gonna tell you the entire story, but it's just to give you the context, like the idea that I was gonna do. It's imagine Nat's taking a fucking coffee somewhere,
right,
and then he gets a fucking delivery tube knock on his fucking head because people are trying to kill each other to get the fucking tube. There's explosions and everything. He gets it on his fucking hand and he goes, "You are now the delivery boy."
Oh no!
Fuck! And then everybody's just.
Now they're gonna try to get him. Oh, that's cool, man. That could just be a fun, quick adventure,
Like I took it off the campaign because I'm like, do I still want to do it, motherfuckers? They stole my idea. But grand mind thinks alike. Like I'm not saying that they stole it. Maybe they did pass through my thing. They go, oh, that's a good idea. I'll do something about it. But even there, I enjoyed it. I bought both books. I have them right here. Like, hold on, dude. The main character, one of the main characters, called Manicorn.
Oh, really?
And he's a big motherfucker Lobo with a fucking unicorn.
Manicorn, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I gotta see that.
Yeah, that's him.
That's awesome, dude.
A delivery tube. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly like I wanted to do. And I'm like, motherfuckers. But I know some of them. Yeah, they didn't do nothing like it's just a fun book in the same vein of what I'm doing, if that makes sense. So it's no whole bar, stupid fucking sci-fi. But it's Robertson, which, one of those guys that went a bit woke, but the book has nothing into it.
Nothing woke about it, huh?
No. And then there's the guy that was behind Transmetropolitan.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, you have Robertson, Peterson, Aubrey, Bisley.
Nice.
And in the second one, you have Robertson, Peterson, Aubrey, Bisley, and Langley. If you know them, 2000 AD ABC Warriors. Those were the two biggest artists of them.
Oh, okay.
So they got the entire fucking whole team to come and do this.
To do a similar thing, but on their own kind of.
The idea, I think you have 6 issues per book or something like that. So it's the same premise, except they did something cool and different.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, it was just me. And when I first bought the first one, I'm like, who didn't fucking know?
That sucks, dude. What do you do though? It happens.
Dude, it's like they say, great mind things alike. Sometimes you have an idea and it's the way you would do it. So like The Samaritan. I watched the movie The Samaritan the other day, yesterday.
Yeah.
Beacon told me to watch it. It's this Stallone superhero movie.
Yeah,
that's on Amazon.
Like the first 5-10 minutes of it, I gotta go back and read.
And dude, I watched it, and the entire premise of it, not the story per se, but the premise of what's behind the superhero and what happens and everything. Even the fucking punch that I guess within the first minute of the movie, because it's made by Stallone, and it's made old school. So there's some things that you'll go, that's yeah. But overall, it's pretty fucking good. But the entire premise of them, it's something that I wrote.
Oh man.
So no, but you get that often, dude.
It's often, man. Good mind.
It's all type of people inspired by the same type of shit will do stuff that are similar sometimes.
Yeah.
Like dude, I was young once. I was like 20, 30. We're thinking that everybody was ripping me off. Where you realize that grand mind thinks alike, what that actually means. Meaning, if you're like me, a fan of heavy metal, you're a fan of this and a fan of that, horror movies and this and that. There's good chances that we'll have ideas that are similar.
Yeah, a lot of characters too, man. Like just things are gonna kind of sync up a little bit. There's only so many things you know what I mean, that you could do without bumping into each other.
Like obviously, like if Simon Bisley, a guy that fucking inspired the fuck out of me, comes up with something that's similar to something I'm coming up with, I'm not gonna be fucking surprised.
Yeah, right.
Now, if I got fucking Bisley to get my shit, and then Bisley does my shit in his own fucking way, then that's a problem. But other than that, who gives a fuck?
Right.
I enjoyed it, dude. I enjoyed Space Bastard that whole fucking much. And it's not like as much as I, you go, oh, the premise is similar to something I was doing. The entire thing is nothing like I would have done.
I see.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So that, it's just a good example of what it is. Like at the beginning, you're like, then you read it like, that's fucking fun. It's nothing like I would have done. I could have done that. I should have done this. That's pretty fucking cool.
Right. I like this take on it, like what they did.
Yeah, it's like another one I tried is this. I know we're gonna have to stop soon. Where is it? That's my line. Space Bandit. That's another one I
that one sounds familiar. Space Bandit.
That's it. Yeah, but that was another title that I was using. Because if you remember when I talk about Tales from the NATVERSE, I have Space Bandit, Space Bastard. I told you all guys all the working titles when you asked why I called it the NATVERSE. Remember? I wanted you to know that it was all part of the NATVERSE. It's not called the NATVERSE, and I didn't want to call it like, oh, welcome to, I don't know, Pimperosia. I don't know. Anyways, this is another one that when I saw the title, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna check it out because it's one of working titles I had, and the visuals, come on, green haired chick and a black babe on a motorcycle. Then you have the cowboy in the back, and I'm like, okay. And I flipped this backward, and I'm like, okay, I'm buying this. That looks interesting. But what got me? I opened the first page. See that ship?
Yeah.
Do you recognize it? Can you read the name? Hold on, I'm trying to center it. There you go.
Is it Lionel
it's called
Richie?
the Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie.
And it's fucking Lionel Richie in front.
That's funny.
I'm like, okay, I'm in.
It's far out.
It's very the only thing I would say about it that I didn't like, it's not that I don't like it, it's not that it's very woke.
Right.
But it is two frustrated bitches.
Damn.
You get my drift.
Oh yeah.
But they're cool. It's cool. It's a cool story. It's very interesting, but they're like two girls that don't like guys that much, you could say. They don't need men. But the entire thing is fun because they live in a fucked up world, and you don't blame them when you got a guy that's rich trying to fuck everything. Yeah, okay, fair enough, that works. Okay, so it works. It doesn't come out as a woke type piece of shit, but it's pretty good.
That's cool, man.
And supposedly it's going to be a series as well, so I like on Netflix. But that was interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
But again, if you want to go grab something that I'm sure you're going to enjoy, go get yourself Scud.
Scud.
Yeah. Should be here somewhere. I think I probably left it in the kitchen. Let's Scud, the disposable assassin. Go on Amazon, grab it. It's totally your cup of tea, dude.
Disposable Assassin. I think there was a band I used to know that was called Disposable Assassins. Crazy. Small world. I think they were like a punk band or a ska band, something like that, from Long Beach. But that was a long time ago.
Oh, and here's another thing I can show you guys before we leave, because we're gonna have to leave because we're getting sidetracked and the show, Brian's show's gonna start soon.
Let me show you.
But hold on. Hold on. I want to show you new colors. A second.
Nice. I got the share screen on, so there you go.
I was just waiting for it to load because I'm going from Discord. So if you saw in the campaign, that was my colors. That was just standing until, but Scotsman's coloring Planet 69. So this is the first page colored by him.
Ooh, that looks good, man.
Oh no, it zoomed in too much.
Kept the line work intact pretty good too. The inks, Yeah.
And you have Spaceballs. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice, man. I like the color. I like his colors.
The colors, we got a little bit behind on the colors. But like I said, we won't be that. We're delayed a little bit, not that much, a month or two, and it would be technically delayed 1 month. And the only thing that might delay us an extra month because my printer, I talked with them, if we don't get everything done and ready to print before I think the 20th or the 19th or something, they go on vacation for a month. It's a holidays, right? But the thing is, what they told me though is that I'll be priority number 1 in January.
That's good.
So if I get everything done and they can't print it in December, I'm priority number 1 in January. And if you remember last time that happened, that was with BLOODHUNT. Yeah. And dude, that wasn't long because I sent the fucking file 2 weeks. And 2 weeks after I sent the file, I had the books. The books were mailed, and you guys were already getting your fucking books.
Yeah, it was fast turnaround.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
My printer gives me like a week to turn around, and sometimes it takes 2 days. But
That's
when, like I said, when they say we'll put you in priority, dude. BLOODHUNT took 2 days.
Yeah, that's quick. It usually takes like a month to
Took
like
2 days. They send me a message going, okay, well,
months.
the guy's on his way to your house. Okay.
That's pretty dope. He's coming
And it's straight from the printer, and I never am. I not, touching wood, knock on wood or whatever. I don't know if you guys have that expression.
Yeah.
But I've never had any damage issue.
What? Yeah,
Never.
I've had some damages for sure. I had to like call them up.
They put them in the box. The guy picks them up, puts it in the car, jumps them in front of my house. So I've never had damage issues.
Yeah, like with us, you get like UPS or FedEx or whatever they do, USPS. They get the box, they put it down, then they kick the fuck out of it like 3 times. Yeah. Then they load it onto the truck, and then you get it, and you got a couple damaged corners.
And it's one of the things I've noticed. There's been a lot of people having to have reprints and shit and stuff like that with them.
Yeah,
with Mixim or other printers and that are not local. Because most people that have local printers, they don't have that issue. I'm saying that, but it happened to Asia. They used their local printer and they were all fucked up. But usually that's one of the best advantages of using a local printer.
Right.
Direct and more personal, and it's harder to reach fucking somebody from Mixim than me. I just call over there. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Hey, Sim.
Yeah, and they can't bullshit you because you're in the hood. You're like right there, like adjacent, like next town over, or pretty close. You know what I mean? So
not even. I'm like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, like metro ride to them. Like I'm in Montreal. I'm on one side of Montreal. They're on the other side of Montreal.
Yeah, so there's no bullshitting. You can just show up at their door, pretty much.
That's what I do.
That's cool. You got it, man.
And I get it's always high quality because that's one of the things I pride myself on, because I found a good printer and quality. My books are. I'm sorry. I'm sure you can agree, Matt. They're hard to beat.
Yeah, they're nice, man. Really nice.
I paid the we have the saddle stitch, which the entire border of it, like the how do you call it, the spine.
Yeah,
it's solid as fuck.
Solid.
It's good. It's cut, folded, sewed, glued. So that book's gonna last for a long time. It won't do like the other freaking. And I'm not taking a jab at indie comics. I'm taking a jab at Tough Cow.
Right.
Image. If you remember all those fucking early trades that, dude, you buy the freaking Darkness thing, right? Or the Darkness Pit, like their trades. You flip through them, then pages would fall.
Oh man, that sucks.
That is why you don't want to just have glued. That's one of the things that a lot of fucking printers used to fucking charge you less with. You need to have that extra little sew it.
Yeah.
Like it gives you that nice line on the spine, and when you open it, it doesn't go.
Right. Yeah, that shit sucks.
When you try to cut corners, it shows. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't care as much if it was direct edition, print on demand. Like I'm sorry, I don't control it. But you're paying $25, $30 for my book on crowdfunding from the get-go as a not investor, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh no, you're gonna get deluxe, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm gonna have to hit you up about your printer. Maybe.
Yeah, it's a good deal, dude.
Yeah.
And especially keep in mind you're paying Canadian.
Yeah. Yeah, true. True that. Sounds pretty cool. And your colors are popping too.
Yeah, like dude, there's no shit, and you will have to give it to that because that's one of the reasons why you want an editor that knows his shit. Because one of the thing with Steve, he's a magazine editor for over 25 years.
Yeah, yeah.
He knows his pentones. He knows his fucking shit. He knows what's gonna pop out, what's not gonna pop out.
Yeah.
So, dude, I have nothing to say. To me, it's a team effort. The colorists I have are fucking good. They know their shit and they know the colors to pick and not to pick. That there's no much when you switch from CYMK to RGB, there's almost no difference. That's the fucking difference. That's one of the things that most colorists do is they don't match their colors, they don't balance their colors, and they don't choose CYMK and RGB compatible. So that's where you can go from RGB, then you switch it to CYMK, everything's dark and the colors are off.
Right.
So if you choose your colors properly, so it's a team effort. Like the colorists are fucking the shit. They do their shit properly. My fucking guy that does the print file and the editor is the shit. And he's also the editor for Hellzone now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude. I try to bring Steve with me on editing every fucking thing I do. Why? Because I trust the motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah, I know he's gonna do quality. You pay him. He doesn't fuck around. The only thing you have to deal with is that he's grumpy.
Yeah,
and I love
what you pay him for. So. Well, Sim, it's been a blast having you on, brother.
It's a blast being here.
Yeah.
I know we have to stop and go on the other stream.
Yeah, in a little bit, about 20 minutes.
And you're like, what's up, Brian? I know you're watching.
Yeah, man. If you guys want, you could check us out on Horror Movie Club on Brian Christgau's channel. We're gonna do a deep dive on Bride of Frankenstein. Yeah. So if you want to check us out over there, Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, which one? Isn't that 2?
I think it is. If
I remember there was a black. If I remember properly, correct me if I'm wrong. If maybe it's the same movie that they had colored, but I remember seeing there was a black and white movie of the Bride, and there was a colored version of the Bride.
There might be. I only seen the black and white one, but they yanked it off Tubi. I watched it a couple times, but it's gone now. From what I understand, they yanked it like a day ago or something. But Sir Sim, where can people find you at on social media?
You can find me anywhere under Simon SIM Pothier, but usually just type Simon Sim _ INKSLAYER. You'll find me pretty much anywhere. But just one last thing that I want to show you before we leave.
Sweet.
Because it's something I wanted to show, and I know that not a lot of people saw it. And now I'm buying time while I click on my buttons, and I get there, and now I'm there.
Ooh, I can't wait to see this.
Share my screen.
Ooh, that's a Preston.
That's the Preston, not the Merc cover. Yep.
That's badass. Which one's that? What campaign's that for?
I'm thinking it's either going to be for the final collected edition, or it was meant to be part of the Screaming Metal alternate cover.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was to have it to. It was either to be like Tales from the NATVERSE 3 cover, variant cover, or the Not the Merc variant cover, right?
Yeah. So
right now it's either going to be like with Not the Merc, Screaming Metal, or maybe an alternate cover of the collector's edition. But this is obviously because I wanted it to be Nat. Just like I've said it before. Tales from the NATVERSE establishes a whole bunch of characters, but Nat is coming.
Nat is by himself. It's a solo outing. Yeah, just strictly Nat. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's
the thing is, I'm not giving you a book. I'm building a universe, so it's not the same. Like it's one of the reasons why I was thinking of not doing Tales from the NATVERSE 3 and just starting Not the Merc, but I do have to finish some stories first.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm doing it that way. So I reduced, instead of having like a whole bunch of like Tales from the NATVERSE 3 with 80, 100 something pages, I'm like, let's bring it back to like maybe 60, max 80.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And break it to parts. So that's why I decided to. I think I'm just gonna start doing Not the Merc. So you're gonna get Not the Merc, Blood Brother 3 with a 10-page DEFCON story, then Screaming Metal with another 10-page short story. Then I do Metal Jocks and so on and so forth. So after that, I'm going to be switching between Nat and Luani, and slowly building up some Tales on the NATVERSE, other Tales. You know what I mean?
Cool. That's cool.
Instead of doing Tales on the NATVERSE, I'm doing Not the Merc with some Tales on the NATVERSE.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
So the thing is, I'm listening that most people want it out more often. And if I do them in black and white like that, dude, I can get 3 to 4 books a year out to between 48 to 60 something page a book in black and white.
People don't mind the black and white either. Like our scene, they like it, dude.
Especially if they know that when they're limited edition, and by the end you're doing a full colored entire book.
Yeah, totally.
Imagine like I set up 3 to 4 books a year on the Nat.
Mm-hmm.
During that year, Beacon's coloring that shit.
Right.
You're just and at the end when we do the campaign, the book's all colored, everything, and it's kind of like, have fun. It's going to be like 150 something or maybe even 200 page of colors.
That's cool.
But that's going to be the final Tales from the NATVERSE, because I was not doing more than 3. After that, I'm concentrating on Not the Merc and stuff like that. So that's why the new aspect of it, of like breaking Tales from the NATVERSE into Not the Merc instead of doing Tales from the NATVERSE, still works.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But there's one thing that somebody brought up that I'm thinking of doing, is people are asking to have Tales from the NATVERSE 1 in black and white. So I'm like, what if I did Blood Brothers Part 3 in black and white, but it also comes with Blood Brother Part 1 and Part 2? So you get the full Blood Brother story in a black and white edition, collector's limited. But when I get to the final book, it's just going to be Tales from NATVERSE, Blood Brother 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you get that special black and white full book of Blood Brothers.
That's pretty cool.
So that's what I'm thinking of doing right now. It's a possibility. Like, what would you prefer? Like having a 40 to 60 page Blood Brother 3 in black and white? Or that I do a reprint of all the story in one?
Yeah, that'd be pretty
Blood
cool.
Brother 1, 2, 3 in one black and white book. So it would end up being like 100 page.
That's a thick book.
Yeah. I think like, well, if I charge you $25 for like a 50 page book, or it's $30 for a 100 page book where you get everything, what do you think?
No, that's a great deal. Can't pass that up.
Why would you choose? Why would you prefer, like, to have the entire Blood Brothers in black and white, or you would like, Blood Brother 3 in black and white, and let's keep going, or you would like to have everything included?
It either or sounds pretty good.
Either or.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm thinking, like, so somebody's like, yeah, but if I get Blood Brother Part 3 in black and white, am I going to get the two other ones? That's when the idea came in.
No,
like,
that's
would I just
cool.
do it? Yeah.
To have it all in one book, you know what I mean?
Because because you read Tales from NATVERSE 1, you know that most of the stories in there, Not the Merc is the current one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know that Blood Brother is the current one. In Tales from NATVERSE 2, you got the sequel to the current Blood Brother, and you get Metal Valkyrie, which is the current Luani. So that's why I'm setting it up like that. It's one of the things that, I've said it before, and people are noticing, and some people are liking it a lot. The fact of how I'm setting it up.
Yeah,
you get
cool.
Flashbacks, some old stories, but those are clearly current.
Yeah.
So that's cool, what I'm setting up. And then when I'm done with the next stories, everything's going to link up. You're going to notice that Planet 69 is directly linked to Metal Valkyrie and Blood Brothers. They're all interconnected with daddy issues and this and that. And I'm like,
perfect. Huh? Yeah, that's cool, man. You got to be patient.
Yeah,
good.
The daddy, dude, I can't wait to get to Luani too. So, okay, I'm gonna start. We're gonna stop like that. Keep talking and going on other subjects. I'm gonna shut the fuck up, and let's close the stream.
Oh, that's all good, man.
You've been trying to shut the stream for like almost 30 minutes, but we keep going.
No, I like this, man. I love the NATVERSE, and I love your work, man. I love hearing about your process, man.
I hope people like it. I hope we get more reading, because I could do Not the Merc forever.
Oh yeah, man. That it's a cool character, you know what I mean? It's literally universes of ideas, you can add in there.
Oh, dude, I got stories for Rose. I got stories for every single fucking character. I even have a freaking book, and I have an idea for the book just based on the Dread Knight, on the bad guy. Wow.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
They all have background stories. Like it's like a bad guy needs to be an interesting bad guy, right?
Yeah, totally. You gotta care about him, like Doom or something.
Yeah.
So. Well, shoot,
don't
man.
Forget, people. Don't forget to sub, like, and share this channel. He's going to be doing this more often. Show some goddamn support.
Thanks, Sim. Thanks for coming on, man. And
oh, my pleasure, dude.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for everybody that's been stopping by and saying what's up. And next week we're gonna have, I believe next show we're gonna have on. We'll have to check and see. But we'll see. We got another show coming next week. As always, folks. Yeah. As always, folks. Thanks for watching.
And don't forget, people. I'm doing the morning the morning Doodle and Chill TGIF edition every Friday morning now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so go check out Sim on that show. Oh yeah.
I have my regular stream on Saturday. Like I went back to Saturday at 9 p.m. instead of being at 7. I went. Remember, I used to always do it at 9:10 or something before on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I'm back to that schedule for Doodle and Chill. I'm doing Doodle and Chill Friday morning and the INKSLAYER art show on Sundays.
Oh, sweet. So you guys could catch Sim there. Go check him out. Support Sim, and you're gonna see some entertaining behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah. And anybody that wants to come promote their books or something on Doodle and Chill, everybody's welcome. I just decided not to just make it the main focus, because I like I like the random factor of it sometimes.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's always good to have random stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
so if you guys want to come on and see me do a fan art of your campaign, just reach out to me.
Hell yeah, that's Sim on Twitter. You guys
Sim
can find him
INKSLAYER.
right there.
Yeah, I'm also on Facebook, Instagram,
Sweet.
and all this declining problem.
All your social media.
media.
Well, thanks again for watching, folks. And Sim, thank you, brother, for coming on and helping me out.
My pleasure.
All the time. And remember, folks, to be bold, be brave, and roll the bones to know your role. No, yeah, Cyber Shock.
I don't know.